Hey Jamal, thanks for joining me here on College Chat. Last time Jess was here, we talked a little bit about the difference between price and cost and what that all means as it relates to paying for college. And one of the things that she mentioned was this form called the FAFSA. And so let's start there. What is the FAFSA?
Yeah, that's a good question, Angie. So the FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid, and this is used to determine what aid families are eligible for.
So let's break that down a little bit. You mentioned the word free. I think that's where everyone wants to start. So how do families know that they're using the right form and that they're using the free form?
Right, so you'll want to make sure you go to the website studentaid.gov, okay? This will then direct you to start the process, Angie. First year students, you'll want to select that you are new to the FAFSA process, and then this allows you to set up that login information.
Okay, so I think for a lot of families, parents, grown-ups, it's really their financial information. And so can the parents fill out this information for the students?
Yeah, of course, but the parent will want to make sure that they file an individual FAFSA for each student in their household that's headed to college.
Oh, good to know. So it's not just a one-size-fits-all thing. When families file the FAFSA, what can they do in advance to make the process a little bit easier? This is always one of those things that's like really overwhelming to people.
Of course, so there's quite a few things we can do. So the FAFSA opens up October 1st, okay? So families can visit the FAFSA website in advance to set up their FSA ID login, okay? You'll then need your social security number, your full name, and then also your date of birth. You'll also need to create a memorable username and password and complete challenge questions and answers so you can retrieve that account information and so you don't forget it, This also makes it a little easier the day you go to file because you'll already have that account set up. The last thing is, another helpful hint is that you'll also want to enable pop-ups on your computer browser when filing a FAFSA to optimize filing out those forms.
Perfect. And I think that that's something that's super helpful. You mentioned that you can access it later. That FSA ID stays with the student as long as they're going through the process. So if you go to graduate school or anything, you're going to use it. So that memorable ID is super important. Thanks so much for joining us. Next time, we're going to talk a little bit about what happens when colleges actually receive your FAFSA information. Thanks for joining us on College Chat. See you next time.